Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm, and today I am doing my new method on how to sharpen a knife, fixed blade knife, or any knife in general really. Okay, so I got all my stuff laid out here. I have a magnifying glass, but I'm not going to be using it today, but I'll explain what I did use it for. I've got a AccuSharp hand sharpener. Use this to hand sharpen a knife, but I'm using it for a more tame method. Set that back. I got a Smith's Tri-Hone, and it's a 3-sided sharpening stone. You got fine, medium, and coarse. But I'll be using fine today, but that is the stone. The stone's and the name of the company that made it, Smith's Tri-Hone. I am unsure if they are still in business. And my knife that I will be using today is an Ontario knife company Air Force survival knife. Now I did do this method earlier on video, but I didn't like the way the outcome was. So the knife is still sharp. It's been sharp. I am just using this. I'm just demonstrating my method here, this new method here that I used. And got Remington rim oil. But you can really use any oil that you want. Alright, so that is what I have, and I will demonstrate my new method now. Okay, I'll explain how I came up with this method here, and really, you know, I'll reiterate, any method you can use, really anything to sharpen a knife, but this is how, like, one that I discovered, and I thought it was pretty interesting because it actually sharpened up the knives really good, as opposed to just using this old diamond stone over here. This one does work, but this method I found works faster for me and my knives. Okay, so one day, I don't think it was with this knife specifically. I think it was with my USMC K-bar knife, my standard long model. I had been cutting some carpet out here in the garage, and my knife slipped and hit the concrete floor, and it folded the edge on my USMC right in there pretty bad. So I was thinking, it's like, well, there's got to be a way to correct that efficiently. So what I did is I grabbed the old, magnifier here, and I was looking along the blade. I'm just demonstrating this as what I did. I just looked along the edge of the blade there, along the blade, and I was seeing what was messed up and what wasn't, and seeing what was dinged and what wasn't dinged from cutting the carpet. So what I did was I coated the knife in oil, like so. Just put some oil on the blade, and then I took a hand sharpener, and I got the blade out like this, and I ran this along the blade slowly. And I didn't force down, but I just kind of, brought it across where it was sharpening it, but not like, just like death gripping it as I went along. Then I looked at it again with the magnifier and seeing what it corrected. And I seen on my USMC that it had brought everything, all the metal, back into alignment along the edge of the blade. And then I began to run the blade along the fine stone here. So I got the Smith's Tri-Hone out, and I put some oil on the stone. Not a whole lot, just enough. And then I started running my knife along the stone like this. And this method has worked for the Ontario and all my fixed blades. So that was 3 times on the right, and then go 3 times on the left like this. And then 3 more on this side again. Like so. I move my sheath and get my rag here. Wipe it off. Oh yeah, razor sharp. I did this again on my Ontario. My Ontario is already sharp, but I whacked it the other day. I whacked this one the other day too, cutting something. And now it's sharp again. But that's my new method, and it's worked for all my fixed blades, and I've tried it on a few pocket knives too. And it's sharpened them up. So that was my new knife sharpening method on how I sharpen my knives. I'll hold up the stone again so you guys can all see. Smith's Tri-Hone. It's on this side here. Fine, medium, and coarse. Now I am unaware if they still sell this, but that's what it is. You might be able to look around on eBay or something and find it if they're out. If Smith's doesn't make them anymore, if that was even the company, that may just be the name of this particular model here. I don't know, because again, like I said last night, a lot of these stones have been around before I have been, so I just use what I have at my disposal, and it works so good. I mean, I'm telling you, right now I'm feeling my knife blade. That sucker is sharp. A lot sharper than it was before I started the video. And I've done this method on it twice already, because I had to redo my video. I didn't like the way the first one turned out. I didn't explain a lot or go over how I discovered this method. But yeah, so if you guys can try this method if you want or not. There's plenty of ways to sharpen a knife. This is just the one that works best for me. And so far, it's not let me down, because I have done this method on my OKC Air Force Survival Knife. I've done it on my USN Mark 1K bar. I've done it on my USMC K-bar knife, the full length one. And I've done it on a few pocket knives as well. And it just, it's really simple. Really simplified method to get a knife blade sharp again. But I don't overuse this method. I just did this method on this one today to demonstrate how I did it. That, and before I started this video, this one really did need a touch up, but it's sharper now. So, yeah. Well, anyway, guys, if you liked, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Go check out my other videos if you want. I'm sure I have something that I've uploaded that some of you will find interesting. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.